This is Between Hook Sets. I'm Jason Walter from In Through the Outdoors with my partner in slime, Kurt Underhill from the Fishing Crew. Hola.
What's up, buddy? You know, that hook set, I bet you that's what's going on with our guest. He had too many hook sets today.
Yeah, I think
that's why we don't have him on right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer, but I'm guessing, like you said, the cell coverage was horrible down there. They had a problem with the National Walleye Tour down at Pickstown on Francis Case. They had trouble with service, and they didn't have the takeoff this morning right away. They had problems with the live broadcast. So I think I even had trouble getting to the leaderboard. It kept giving me some sort of an error code, and I was a little bummed out, but they eventually got it going just in time for me to have to leave because of this.
Oof.
Now, this is not me. This was one of the neighbors down the way a little bit at the campground in Lake Poncet. So ended up having, I think, over an inch of rain, something like that, and then some wind that came through, and it knocked down the one tree. So it wasn't as bad as I thought maybe it was going to be. So I raced down there at 5 o'clock today, got back home by 6:30. And everything was all well and good. And, hopefully Tanner will join us because, frankly, Tanner's been pretty busy. He's had a good show there, ended up taking first place on the Lake Thompson tournament here. And I think that was just a couple of weeks ago, if I remember right.
Yeah, beginning of June, I believe. First week of June.
So we got to give him a little kudos, even though he can't join us. He is actually co-angler this year, and he's doing quite well, sitting in 11th place. Now, today, not quite the shot in the arm that he wanted. I think he finished with 7.8, 7:08.
So that's 60 something in the pack, if I remember right.
So that puts him exactly 8 pounds behind that top spot. So, I don't know. I think he can finish top 10 to sneak into the top 10 on the co-angler side. So that would be really neat. But your buddy Dewey, and I just met him, so I'll call him my new friend, Dwayne Chelm, is in first place with 15 pounds, 8 ounces. So you can't argue with that either.
Shocker. We know, his, he had a little stumble on Bago over there, but it seems he hasn't forgot how to catch the fish. He's got a little over a pound, well, not quite a pound lead, I guess. He's up on everybody. At one point he was 3 pounds ahead of everybody, and then Ryan Thompson, another one of our boys from Pier here, he's got a 14-pound bag in there. So he came in really good. He's tied with Eric McCoy with 14-12. So the weights are tight. I mean, I think I counted at one point today there was 16 ties going on, and some were 3, some were 4-way ties. So the weights are tight. The weights are super tight down there. It's Francis Case. It's fishing extremely well for this time of year. Talking to the guys that I was down there that said just been fishing has been incredible. It looked like fishing changed today on them. So
they had that storm come through last night, and I think that kind of changed everything.
Yeah, and obviously, typical Dewey, he can adapt and overcome, and he does it the best, probably the best there is. That's why he is the hottest thing out there right now, and he adapted, overcame, and he's leading the pack. For a kid that doesn't spend much time down, I don't think he's ever been that far south. I mean, we all live here in South Dakota. Right. I don't think many people that truly fish tournaments have ever been that far south on Francis Case. Generally tournaments go to Chamberlain and Platte. And,
right.
And now we're all the way down in Pigstown coming out of, way south. So it's awesome to see it. It's awesome to see it fishing well. And, everybody's catching fish. That's the best part.
Well, and it's deeper water down there too, isn't it? They have some willows and different things down there, so it's fishing a little bit different. And when you look at the leaderboard though from today, I was pretty excited about the fact Owen Wilcox is sitting in 8th place with exactly 13 pounds. You got Max Wilson in 11th. John Hoyer's tied at 12th with 12 pounds and 1 ounce. Dustin Sheldon from Brookings sitting at 14th. So there's some names there that we're keeping an eye on. Tom Wynn in 23rd with 11 pounds. All Tom needs and Nate need is an over and, or 2 good overs, and it pops them right up to the top. So
this thing
interesting...
is not over. I mean, This thing is not over. I mean, I've weighed an 11 pounder in Chamberlain before. So,
right.
I mean, Francis Case does have them unicorn fish out there. They are hard to find, but the guys will find them. I think it'll be interesting to see what a fish is like tomorrow. I don't know if they've got any storms in the forecast, but I mean, it could be a different game tomorrow,
Yeah.
Some big weights and people rise that board pretty fast.
Well, I think the National Weather Service, I'm just going to look it up on my phone here real quick if I can get it to load, and just take a peek at some of the severe weather. There was an area there where they were talking the possibility for some severe weather, and it's not going to pop up because I'm not on my Wi-Fi, but it was that way at one point. I guess I can bring it up on my computer. You still see me when I'm searching on my computer, don't you?
I do. So
yeah. So,
but yeah. So I mean, either way, it's going to be the weigh-ins are going to be cool. I believe we're both going to be down there tomorrow. So
yeah.
If service prevails, we will try to go live. If not, we'll probably do a few recordings with a few guys and post them tomorrow on our pages. So be looking for that. That'll be fun. Like I said, we're supposed to have Tanner on, but Tanner is down there with very limited reception. So we'll have to put Tanner on in a week or so and have a chat with him because they've got some cool stuff going on at the lodge. And like I said, he's been having a heck of a summer with fishing. And so we'll bring him on in a few weeks, but it'll be fun to get down there and see a few of the guys, talk a few guys, and get a few interviews while we're down there and see how they like it and see, it's like I said, it's uncharted waters for a walleye tournament down that far south.
Yeah, right. No doubt. So it's going to be kind of hard to see here too because of my ring, but you can see it doesn't look good with thunderstorms. And then of course the red cross hatching is heavy rain, and then the yellow are storms, and the storms are going to stay away, but there is the possibility of some heavy rain. So we'll see what it looks like. You and I, of course, will be down there, and we'll find out who the winner is, and then we'll know it's over.
Yep. And like I said, there's a lot of guys sitting in contention, and this thing is, the right fish changes everything down there, and they're there. I mean, they're definitely there. They're that body will show if they find that right fish. It's anybody's game, and Justin Sieverding went across the stage, and he said his part. When he was across stage, he goes, "My guy over here, his pro lost a good one inside the boat that'd give me a 2-pound upgrade." So, I mean, that fish happens down there, right? I mean, that's going to happen, and that stuff will literally. It's anybody's game. I mean, this thing ain't over. Dewey's thinking 30 pounds to win it. I think he's probably pretty accurate around that 28 to 30 pounds.
I think that makes sense. If you heard Gary Parsons come across, he said they lost 3 really nice fish. Yeah. And they actually had a wire break on one of them. Must have been a crank or something of that nature. But so you think about that. If Gary got into some big fish, then there are big fish out there, and somebody's going to catch them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's see. We move away from the National Walleye Tour to really, I guess we should talk about the Gov Cup because that's a month away. Less than a month away.
Yeah, we're 82 teams getting ready to take it on. It's going to be great. I can't wait. It's the Lake Oahe, right? I mean, up until yesterday, I think we had some storms that came through and it messed up stuff, but it was a no-brainer down here on the southern end. Like Bush's Landing south, if you couldn't get a limit, I don't know what you were doing because it was a no-brainer. I mean, I went out and caught limits, by myself, which doesn't happen. I mean, they tell everybody I'm a terrible fisherman. So I went out and caught my limits, and they're healthy. They're fat. You cut them open. They're all fat rolling out of their bellies. So I cannot wait. This Gov Cup is going to we know the big fish are here. We know the guys will find that. finally we're going to have some fat slots to go with it. It is
Yeah.
going to be fun to see those weights. But the Lake Oahe is notorious for what we call the Gov Cup flip. It fishes good right up till the week before. And then the Gov Cup week comes, and maybe even the day before, then the flip happens. So,
Well, yeah, that's late July on Lake Oahe, though.
yeah.
You know? So, yeah, I think you've got some names, some big names. John Hoyer's going to fish it for the first time, right?
Yes, Hoyer and Minky are signed up. Wayne Wilcox, who we talked to last week, the defending Governor Cup traveling trophy winner, he's coming back with Gage Gordon. Dewey and Tyson are in it. McCumsey. I mean, there's a laundry list of guys that are going to be in it. It's going to be a beatdown. It's going to be fun to see. We're going to try to do some stuff, quite a few things a week on this stuff here. So be close to paying attention. If we can get everything to work out right, we got a few tests to run. There might be an interactive night. So if we can pull that all together, the people watching, the people that watch us in the future, will let you know when that's coming. And be sure to join in for that interactive night. We're going to try to get a couple of the people that are going to fish it and sit down and have 3-4 of them in a room and have some back and forth conversation and take in comments. You guys can type them in and we can ask them live. It should be fun.
I think it's going to be a good time. Well, let's wrap it up. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful evening, folks, and a great weekend. We'll maybe come to you from the National Walleye Tour in Pittsburgh tomorrow night with a winner. We're hoping it's somebody that we know, and they'll play along with us for a little bit.
It'll be great. We'll make them know us if they don't. So
yeah, there you go. I've got a hand to shake. That's not a problem. All right, Kurt, have a great night.
You too, buddy. See ya.
See ya. Oh, yeah,